everyone, this is Rachel and I'm here with another process video. Today I'm working with the Atlas line from Pink Paislee and I'm using this to create a grid design. Now if you don't already notice, I have already pre-cut some of these pieces of paper, and that's because I actually started off doing another design, but I just could not get it to work the way I wanted it to, and finally I just said, oh, never mind, let's just go back to the drawing board. And when I started placing things down to see what I would use, I was like, oh, you know what, this would actually look pretty good as a grid design, which wasn't what I originally planned, because I thought with this bolder stripe it wouldn't necessarily look good, but it ended up turning out pretty cute. Now I'm using that origami-ish cloud design thingy, and that's from a kit from Scraptastic. It's not from a kit I normally have. It's from a kit that I purchased when they were having a big sale. I purchased like a grab bag of their wood veneer and acrylic pieces, and that was part of it. So I've got my basic shape all laid out, and now I'm just trying to cut this piece of paper to fit the space I need. And I'm also grabbing these chipboard stickers I have from a Freckled Fawn kit. I belonged to Freckled Fawn for all of 2 months, and then I decided, you know what, I didn't need the washi tape, and even though I liked the majority of the stuff I had, it just wasn't what I was looking for. So I want to use a piece of flair, and I find this one that says, I think it says Celebrate the Journey, pretty quickly, which is unusual. Usually I spend quite a bit of time sifting through my little box of flair. So I'm going to go ahead and get my grid design laid down, and what I usually find is, as long as you're careful with the first piece you lay down, that you lay it down where you want it to go, it doesn't take that long to get the rest of the grid laid down. So once I get that done, I'm going to get a pop dot for my flare, and then get the rest of my, I don't know, I love how I have to, like, I go into tangent on conversations all the time, but I also go into tangents when I'm scrapbooking, because I'll be in the middle of doing something, and I'll be like, oh wait, no, I need to do this now, and it just drives me insane when I go back and I watch it, and I'm like, why didn't you just continue doing what you were doing? Why did you feel the need to go and do something else? Okay, so now that I'm done with my verbal tangent, I'll get back to what I was doing, and that is apparently starting my title. I'm going to use these Alex thickers for part of my title, and then I'm going to use, oh, I cannot spell the word blustery backwards. It's not one of those words that comes into my brain to be able to spell it backwards, so I had to write it down. So I'm going to go ahead and get that put down. Now I'm going to go back and use glue on it, because it's a chipboard thicker, and you know, you have to do that. So I'm using these authentic petite type stickers for the rest of my title. So my whole title is A Very Blustery Ferry Ride, and yes, I'm paraphrasing Winnie the Pooh, but it happened to be a very true statement. It was incredibly windy. It was beautiful. I mean, gorgeous weather, gorgeous temperatures. You can see that there were clouds in the sky, obviously, but it was quite sunny. But whew, that wind was crazy. So I've got this pretty much the way I'm going to do it. I'm just going to start gluing down my embellishments now. And I'm keeping the embellishments on the simple side. I mean, even for me, I'm keeping the embellishments on the simple side, because I am using that bold ombre stripe as my background paper, along with a pretty bold paper with the little circles and arrows on them. So I'm pretty much sticking with... Sorry about that, my voiceover cut out. So what I was going to say was, I'm about to start my journaling, and I'm basically just journaling about what I said, about how much I enjoy the ferry rides, and how on this day the wind was very, very strong, even though it was a beautiful, beautiful day out. As you can see from the photo, my niece's hair is flying in the wind, and it was just a wonderful day for a ferry ride. We really do enjoy the ferry rides, and that is pretty much all I'm writing. So what I'm going to do now is continue on with my embellishments. I'm starting to use, I end up putting a lot on that card that says adventure, but before I do that, I do add 3, they're actually navy blue, although of course here they read as black, enamel dots, and then I have that cork car, and I'm trying to figure out where I want it, and I do end up wanting it next to the dots on the adventure card. And then I remember I had these clear stickers from the same Freckle Fawn kit that the chipboard stickers came from, and they're a whole bunch of curly Q arrows and straight arrows, and then little sayings like "this was awesome" and "so much fun" and stuff like that. So I just add arrows in a couple of different places, and then I add the clear sticker that says "this was awesome" right there, you saw it. So that is pretty much going to finish up my layout, except I am going to add Heidi Swap Color Shine Mist in Ocean in 3 different spots, and I got it on my photo, so I'm bringing it up for some close-ups, and that's going to finish off my layout for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please flick me a thumbs up if you can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!